Now we're going to look at profit maximization. And profit maximization is where the firm strives for the largest possible profit. To achieve this, a firm must be efficient in the use of scarce resources so as to produce where costs are at a minimum. Now you do need to underline produce where costs are at a minimum. That's one of the prerequisites. Number two, a firm seeking profit maximization will produce an extra unit of output if its total profit is increased by producing this extra output. This occurs when MR, marginal revenue, is greater than marginal cost, i.e. extra revenue is greater than extra cost. Now we're going to look at the rules for profit maximization. There are three main rules. Rule number one, profit maximization occurs where MC is equal to MR and MC cuts MR from below. You must always state those two rules. Now let's have a look at proving that where you must produce where MC is equal to MR and MC cuts MR from below. Looking at this diagram there's the marginal revenue curve and there's the marginal cost curve. Now you can see that the marginal cost curve cuts the marginal revenue curve at two places. So where should they produce? This is the marginal cost curve cutting the marginal revenue curve from above. Here's where it's doing it from below. Now the difference between marginal revenue and marginal cost is profit. See all that profit there. So if it produced there, it would miss out on all of this profit. If it produces here, it can't make any more profit. So it is not enough to say that MC is equal to MR. At Q1, MC is cutting MR from above, and the firm is actually making a loss, or has been making a loss up to now. At Q2, MC is cutting MR from below, and the firm is maximizing its profits. Rule 3. In the long run, the firm must cover all its costs, and in the short run, the firm can survive if revenues exceeds variable costs. Now, we said this earlier when we were looking at the likes of cost of production. These rules apply to all market structures. So we're talking about market structures, we're looking at monopoly, we're looking at perfect competition, imperfect competition. All right. Now, and finally, firms' objectives other than profit maximization to become a takeover target. Some companies build a business that may not generate profit. They, however, have a specific asset that is valuable to another firm who may want to buy them. For example, in 2014, Facebook bought WhatsApp, and therefore its 600 million monthly users. 2, to alleviate or solve a social or environmental problem. For example, FoodCloud connects shops that have perfectly good food with charities. And number 3, to satisfy a sufficient level of profit. Some entrepreneurs do not want to continue increasing output and profits. They want to spend more time with their families.